name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 18, 2025. It is 2:07 a.m. This is video number 2. I was just looking at some here. What's new in studio? Upcoming changes to community guidelines warnings. Let's see what this has to say here. This is where they usually tells you things that they do and they're changing. This article summarizes recent and past updates made to YouTube policies. For the updates relevant to YouTube creators, check out, there's that here. But the latest here, August, 2025, update to appeal time frame and termination appeal limits. Okay. So this is old, that was July 21st. Trending page has been removed and replaced with charts. Trending page. All right, let's see, let me go back. I'll read this a little bit more. Let me see. They usually do trending and their trends. There's that. It's still there. Alright. This is where they will tell you what's trending based on the topic I usually talk about. Alright. These are nonsense. Talking negative about Harry and Meghan. But it's still showing up on my thing. But anyway, that's not the focus. I don't want to waste time. Let's go on Twitter. First tweet. At this point, it will probably be easier to list the women in their circle that Philip didn't cheat on the Queen with. Alright, Fergie's mom was Prince Philip's lover. There's the word here. Scandal claim is the talk of the palace after Prince Andrew bombshells. What was the bombshell? Now one of the Duke's friends tells Richard K. the inside story. Is that her mom? Okay, let's look. Fergie, what's her name? Sarah Ferguson. Okay, let's see here. Sarah Ferguson, mother. Okay, how does she look? Wow. Was that? She looks, what? Okay. She looks very young. I mean, you could see the difference in age slightly, but was that the mother? She sort of reminds me of Penny, that other women that Prince Philip was on a bike with or something like that. She looks young. At what age did she give birth to Sarah Ferguson? There's this one here. Yeah, picture she's with her, with Sarah Ferguson. She still look young. Okay, what is okay, let's look it up. I don't know her name. Let's go to what age? Sarah Ferguson mother Susan Baritas was 21. Yeah, she was young, 21 years old when she gave birth to Sarah October 15, 1959. Wow, 21. So when she's 40, she was in her 20s. So they were somewhat, she was young. But anyway, let's get back to this. Did I read that? Yes, I did. So if Prince Philip was sleeping with her mom, could there be a possibility? Could there be a possibility? Oh my God. Is that why they still she still lives under the royals periphery, and I think she's still living with Andrew. Okay, now let's ask this question. Where is Sarah Ferguson lives? Sarah also maintained a rented apartment in Eaton Square in London and a room at Royal Lodge. Okay, let's ask if Sarah Ferguson lived with Prince Andrew. Yeah, they were married and then divorced, but yet they're still living together. Yes, Sarah Ferguson, also known as Fergie, does still live with Prince Andrew despite their divorce. Could that... Oh my god. Oh my god. So much mess. Who is this? Oh my god, so much mess, so much mess, so much mess. That's why they probably still tolerate her. Oh Lord. Could that be? Oh Jesus. I don't even want to say it. You could put one and one together of the possibility. Okay, and Harry is the problem. The squad. And Harry is the problem. Exactly. The Queen's husband was shaking up with his mistress of 20 years, and her favorite son was defending Epstein with his whole chest, but it's Harry that was the problem. Okay, the lack of support Elizabeth gave to Harry and Meghan is one of her biggest failures as monarch and matriarch. Had she been able to hang on to Harry and Meghan, the monarchy would be in such different position right now. Forever will be a stain. I spoke about this in one probably couple videos, but my sense is that I think she tried. Not that I'm making excuses. If she really wanted, she could have worked harder to keep them. Okay, but what I think is that might happen is that there's Charles and William, who were gonna be the future of the monarchy. Technically, William in particular. But they did not want Harry to stay because of who he married. And then you have the tabloid, the people who probably did not want Harry to be in the mix, the nonsense that they plan on doing. It's almost like a hostile takeover. Harry was too smart for the institution. And then there he is, marry another smart person, Meghan. Okay, they don't want smart people. Okay, the people who's, pulling the strings, they do not want smart people in there. Look at the United States, for instance. Look who they put right now. See exactly what's happening in the US. Look who is the top person who's holding the highest office in the United States. This is what they want in the UK. They do not want smart people. So there were probably the people around Charles and William talking to them, making it seems like having Harry, and now there's Meghan, which is a big no-no. They don't want black people, and then she's smart, and then you have Harry who's smart, who probably will, when you have two smart people together, that's not the thing they want. So they were probably talking to Charles and William, making it seems like it's a bad thing if they stay. So whoever talked to William to put things in writing to get Harry out of there, that's what they wanted. Okay, they made Charles and William believe Harry is no good, and then they believe it. The people who's pulling the strings. Okay, perfect example. Look what's happening in the US. This is what they want. Now, if the monarchy is being run by the people who's pulling the string, and then if Charles and William go off course, okay, they're not following what the people who's pulling the string, okay, now they're gonna get rid of the institution, and then they will run it through the government. They already have the government at their fingertip. Okay, remember, that wasn't William who went at the and Israel with that wall, and you see almost every politician in the US, okay, those who go and pledge allegiance to whatever Israel is cooking, these are the group, okay? These are the same group. William. Her protection of Andrew would be a bigger one. There are multiple reasons that companies don't have 90-year-old CEOs. I don't know who was telling. Let's not forget as well, okay? They kept some stuff away from the Queen. Andrew and Charles removed the Queen's secretary, the one who was looking for, who was looking out for the institution. They removed that. Okay, what was I gonna say? Okay, my son came to talk to me. Charles and Andrew removed the Queen secretary, the one who was literally protecting the crown. And then they put, what's that guy? Just look at the screen, okay? They put someone, Edward Young, who was technically a yes sir type of a person. So whatever Charles said, or the people's pulling the string, tell Charles to tell Edward Young, that's what happens. And then they kept things away from the Queen. So all of this play a role. All of this play a role into the Queen's decision. Kind of. And I think Harry knew about that as well. Here's for example.
How did it feel being back? Being with her.
Being with her, it was great. It was just so nice to see her. You know, she's on great form. She's always got a great sense of humour with me, and I'm just making sure that she's, you know, protected and got the right people around.
Well,
her.
you make.
Making sure that she's, you know, protected and got the right people around.
Well,
her.
Alright, let's pause this GIF. There's a good chance of a brother and sister marriage. I was trying not to say it. There's the laugh here. Okay, I love Flonny, but OMG, the bombs he is dropping are just, oh my god. They started their affair allegedly in late 1950s. Sarah Ferguson was in 1959, but she grew up within the same circle because the mother's husband, Ferguson, was Philip's polo manager. Oh my god, I don't know. Let's put allegedly. It might be true, but I do not know. I'm starting to think, on top of them not wanting Meghan around because of her color, they didn't want an American to know their dirty secret. I've said this a long time ago. Even when the Queen passed away, what did I say? They did not let her go to see it because Meghan will see what's happening. Especially a very educated. Thank you. There it is. This person get it. Especially a very educated one. Meghan was too smart. Let's go into that. There's 3 comments. Okay, let me read what's there and then go into this. This one, she knows what's up, or he knows. Okay, men are lazy. They literally shop in their own cupboard. And yet they all praise him when he passed away as being a dutiful and devoted husband to the Queen. Alright, so let's go into that one. This is where the tea is. This person gets it. This is why they did not want Meghan around too. Okay, and I think the other brother tried to do the same thing with Harry's wife, and both of them were not playing. Okay, in one comment, oh my god, where did I put it? And I said Harry and Meghan are greedy in that department. I have to look for it. Let me pause and go look for it, so it could be the next one. It took me a while. I can't find it. I don't know if it's on my community board or on X. I can't find it on X. I don't want to waste too much time. It's already 2:25 a.m. So we're focusing on this. Let me get myself back on track here. There's a good chance of a brother and sister marriage. There's a laugh here. I loathe Lonnie, but OMG, the bombs he is dropping are just mind-blowing. They started their affair allegedly in late 1950s. Sarah Ferguson was in 1959, but she grew up within the same circles because the mother's husband, Ferguson, was Philip's polo manager. There's that. I'm starting to think, on top of them not wanting Meghan around because of her color, they didn't want an American to know their dirty secrets, especially a very educated one. And this is what I've been saying. Harry was already smart. They tried to fool him. They tried to drug them. Literally, sometime I asked who was giving him those drugs for him to be taking. Okay, I don't see Harry going out there and just go in the corner and buy drugs. So who was providing him the drugs? Okay, and then not only Harry is a very smart man, and then he married another smart person. Okay, educated one. That's Meghan here. So
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
Where?
In Argentina, in Buenos
That's
Aires.
sensational.
Isn't it
You
great?
speak Spanish?
I do now, but they speak
Right.
a very different kind of Spanish. It's Castellano, so it almost sounds like Italian.
Yeah.
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 So they did not want Meghan around. Okay, there was always rumors in the press back then about Fergie connection to Philly. Then conveniently, her mother dies in a car accident on, oh my God, on her own estate, I believe. Oh my God. These people are freaking, just don't get involved with them. I don't know. I've said this before. Those young kids of William, anybody who marry them better be careful, because there's too many examples just to stay away. No, she died in a car accident. Everyone survived but her. I don't know. Let's put allegedly. You could go search online. Yes, it was Fergie's mother who died. At the time, my mom said, something fishy. Once they said they done with, people buy it. There's a rumor that Andrew isn't Philip's son. He doesn't look like or bald-headed like others. OMG, excellent point. If it comes out that Andrew and Fergie accidentally pull a Lannister, I'm gonna LOL for eternity. Sucks for their daughters, but still. Well, Fergie and her sister look nothing alike. Oh, does she have okay, Ferguson's sister. Let's see here. Where did I type it up? Okay, let's be. Come on. Sarah, instead of mother, let's put and sister. Let's see. Eliza. I don't know. Let's see if there's anything. That's the daughter. Who's that? That can be her sister. Sarah Elizabeth Ferguson gives birth to baby girl. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who is Sarah Ferguson's sister? Because I didn't even know she has a sister. Who is Sarah Ferguson's sister? Jane Ferguson, is that her? Okay. Born, okay, Sarah Duchess of York. Okay, born, spouse, children, grandparents, siblings. Jane Ferguson. Okay, let's see here. Image. Is that the sister here? Sarah Ferguson gushes over exciting family new amid cancer diagnosis. Okay. Is that the sister? Okay, I don't know. Let me not waste time. I don't know. Who are these? Jane, log the Ferguson photo, high-res picture. Okay, I don't know. If this is the sister, I don't know. Where am I? Here. Okay, here. But it will explain a lot. Girl, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, Lizzie and Phil were cousins, so there's that as well. DNA test could clear that up. Even if they do the test, they will not make it public. I didn't see the thing I was searching for, but let's go to the next tweet. I have a comment that I wrote somewhere. Next tweet. Wait, what did I hear about Fergie's ma and Harry's grandpa? Tell me. I just Googled her pic. Well, suffice to say Philip definitely had a type. He definitely did. He was incredibly handsome. Women threw themselves at him. What was the poor guy supposed to do? He was handsome. Yeah, Prince Philip was really a good looking man. I don't know who that is. Okay, let's not forget Lumley. Okay, I don't know who Lumley is as well. Also, I'm pretty sure this is why Betty came to hate Fergie. It wasn't just the toe sucking. Oh, but it's not her fault. I thought Betty loved Fergie. She even left her the corgis to go take care of it. She initially thought Fergie was a breath of fresh air, but after the toe sucking, she turned on her hard. Seemed like a disproportionate reaction. The York girls and Andrew spent to mend it, and at the end it sounds like the campaign worked. Okay, Fergie invited at first syndrome. Okay, I don't know. Let me read what's there and then that's it. Okay, the toe-sucking dude said he and Fergie had been living together for years before the incident. It appears the British royal family don't care what you do as long as you do it in private. Agreed, but I think the rage over the toe-sucking was also displaced anger toward Phil and Susan. She can't be mad at Phil, and Susan was in Argentina, dead, so that left Sarah to take the hit. You are allowed to think whatever you like. I'm not disagreeing with you or trying to argue. My apologies if I cause you offense. Okay, I don't know. Let's leave that alone. Next tweet, still about Fergie's mom. So much nonsense. Okay, not me finding out today that Sarah Ferguson mom was a whole baddie. Yeah, she looked really good. There she is here. I mean, yeah. She remind me of Penny. Let's see. Was that her name? Penny, Prince, I don't know, I'm just friend. Let's see. Yeah, there she is here. Penny. I can't believe I remember her name. No, that's the movie thing. Let's look. There's Penny here, younger version. Okay, so maybe this. As she get older. And then where's Sarah Ferguson's yeah, almost the same type of, oh, there it is, a mess, a whole bunch of mess. Was that the one? No, that's not the one. Okay, so there's my response here. A whole mess on top of mess, with the smudge of mess, with no F to give, with more mess. I'm telling you, the whole royal family is a mess. Okay, well, the affair is alleged to have happened between late 1950 to early 1970. Sarah Ferguson was born in 1959. OMG. There is a possibility that, there's the thinking here, never mind. So what are the sign of, what do they call it? When, let me pause and go look. It's giving me a lot of things. I don't even want to go and share it. What I was looking for, I didn't find it, so let's leave that alone. LOL, she was something else, left Fergie with her dad to run away to Argentina with then Prince of Wales polo coach. There's that. I won't be surprised if, as a favor, they then allow Fergie to marry Prince Nancy. It was a win-win, as they wanted to steer Nancy away from the soft porn actress. Cool, there's the name here. By the way, on Facebook, Cool openly admit Nancy is godfather to her kids, so still sees her. Oh my God. I don't follow a lot of people. I will not know anything. Oh my God. These people want to tell the world Meghan is the worst thing to happen to them. A woman with no dirty past. Nothing. With those GIF here. When the British media can spill on that family, I mean really spill on them, the theater will be epic. Some will question if mourning is truly mourning. She was not a baddie, just unhappy and found love. As the, was it at the Who and Cult? That man unauthorized biography is stuffed with lies. Don't dwell much on his trash. Alright, let's go to the next one. I don't know where it came from, so for me everything is alleged. Next one, still same topic. I have two more and then that'll be it. Sarah Ferguson's mother died in a car crash in 1998. There's that. Ireland Duchess's mother dies in car crash. Mrs. Suzanne Baroness, the mother of the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, was decapitated in a head-on collision on Argentine. Then I just read somewhere that it was in their estate. Okay, there it is. I don't know. You could go search deeper into that. Allegedly. Oh my Lord. They're really explicit, huh? I don't believe Lonnie. That is, he seems to report rumors as fact, as we saw with the story about Harry and Andrew, and now he loves the furor this is causing. He's reposting headlines. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Everything is alleged. I don't know. Prince Philip's alleged affair with Fergie's mother, rock royal history. They're probably throwing everything out. They know people may not believe it, but they're throwing everything out. Things that will come eventually out, people will double question it. Okay, whatever's in, that'll be it. Well, like Harry did, they can always send the lawyers, and if it's untrue, there's the laugh here. You see, he had to add the line that the Duke of Sussex denied all the claims. I'm sure they can do the same. Sarah won't, as she's not the one being calumniated. Philip and Baroness are both dead. Lonnie knows he's safe on this one. Philip's children could. That's true. Which one? Only one which hasn't cheated, at least that is known, is Edward. There was something I was thinking here. This is what I mean when about the bullying thing with Meghan. This is why I said they need to put it out. Okay, there's the thing here. 2 people are dead, and now they're still talking about them. Who knows if the things that they are saying is true? They're not there to defend themselves. Okay, that's another example where I said these people change the narrative as they go forward. Okay, when Harry and Meghan no longer exist, for them to keep on talking about the bullying, they're gonna insist that she was a bully. We know the truth. In our time, we know the truth. Meghan is not. But, you know, these people are good with psychology. And then they have the power to write anywhere, any place that they want. It's interesting to try to connect the dots with that family. I knew a couple of guys in the palace guard, and they both said that if the royal family did and princess die, the order will have come from the duke, that the duke's inconvenient flame met the same end a year later gives... okay. There's that. Let's leave that alone. These people... Look what happened in New York with Harry and Meghan. Okay, they were looking for the same thing. And I've said this before, they did not want it to happen in their soil. While Betty and Phil live entirely separate lives, Chuck and Cam spend very little time together. Where Will and Kate screwed up was allowing their love story to be built up in order to attack Harry and Meghan. Okay, she retweeted that. I'm laughing at the surprise of royal fans reading about Philip cheating on the Queen. Hello, he was living with his mistress Penny for the last 20 years of his life at Wood Farm. I mean, seriously, my God. Everything is out in the open, but they just keep it an open secret kind of thing. Yeah, he messed up. He messed up trying to hurt his brother, but he didn't know he was hurting himself. It's really hilarious how William and Kate have the media pushing a love story when we all know full well Kate chased William for 10 years and William finally settled for her, likely because no one else will have him. List of all Jekka. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Good point. Very astute assessment. When the royal family tried to present themselves as being just like any other middle-class landowners in the UK, they messed up. It was understood in the past that aristocrat couples did not love, whatever that means. That's the ruling eye. Kate is moving to the house Sarah Ferguson wanted after her divorce. They are getting divorced, folks. William live and KP full-time. The irony is they had a real modern royal love story and they drove them out and lost all access forever. They are so short-sighted, it's not even funny. Yeah, the squad was saying that while they were bashing Harry and Meghan and then comparing Harry with Andrew. They didn't screw up with the love story. They screw up making anyone believe 2 people with less chemistry than a wet sponge will be a grand romance. Their romance was built for headlines, not for life. That's why it collapses every time the cameras stop rolling. That is true too. Okay, the new house has plenty of room for them to live separate lives under the one roof, as do Fergie and Andy. For shallow Kate, is all about title and status. Nothing else matters, and the media will continue to do William's bidding and facilitate and cover up. There's that. This is my last one regarding this topic, and that'll be it. And then the next video I'm gonna do, it will be for PYTE, and that has to do with the Sussexes and Archwell. Next tweet. It's funny to me how much the UK royals don't give a hoot about their public perception. They just bought the press and can do anything they want, and their press bodies will be on cleanup and aisle 9. They can vacation on a £450 million yacht and get a 7th home and blame it on cancer. Yeah, that's their go-to excuse. They realize that they don't actually have to appeal to the public as long as the press will print polls telling the plebs how much they love their royals. That too, they treat the public with barely concealed contempt because the royal family have never cared about the opinion of common peasant. Why start now? There's that. Was it in this video where I was saying now William is doing almost the same thing as Harry, knowing that, you know, without him there's nothing to write about, and then he knows he has the power to tell them to stop writing nonsense about him. Exactly. The UK royals have never cared about what the public thought of their spending, but they used to be more discreet about it. Now they are rubbing their lavish lifestyle in the British public's faces. Okay, you nailed it. Gradually the public will start catching up to it. Yeah, I did say it, especially with the Not My King thing. They thank their lucky stars every day that July 2016 happened, because they will be crucified for their laziness and wastage if the reporting on them at the time is anything to go by. Okay, so that's that. I don't have any more regarding them. There were plenty more to talk about. I just didn't put them. Alright, so that's it. The prayers for them is they are baggage for God. God, you see what they're doing, baggage for you. You deal whichever you see best. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, the next video that I'm gonna do, it will be for PYTE, and I'm gonna start with this video. Let's go on X. I'm gonna start with this tweet, not video, with this tweet. Oops. Okay, it has to do with Archwell's trademark. Okay, so you probably already seen it. I put it on my community board on PYTE. All right, so go on PYTE for this video. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.